Hello again. So this field of kind of weird ridges, well, we're actually stood in the middle of the remains of Ardoch Roman Fort and camps. This is just outside Braco and where we're going to start our walk today. We're actually in Perthshire here, but we're not too far from Stirling. And this Roman fort is quite interesting because we're actually quite further north than the Antonine Wall, so it definitely would have been an outpost place, I think. But it makes a good start for our walk. It's towards the end of May today and it's actually quite warm, but it is a little bit breezy and you might hear some wind noise on the camera as we get to the top of the hill. We'll see how we go with that one. Anyway, thanks for joining, so let's get going and we'll leave the Roman fort behind. So this is quite a large Roman camp, quite a big area. Must have been some settlement in the past. Anyway, I forgot to mention back there that I'll make a map of this route as usual, and you can download that from my Patreon page. I'll leave a link in the video description below. Well, if you want to visit the Ardoch Roman Fort, apparently there's no parking here, so park in Braco village, which is just across the bridge. You can hear the road behind me here at the moment. This is the bridge right here. So just the other side of the bridge, there's this road here, and also this road here. I'm not quite sure, but one of those two is where we'll be coming back. I haven't got this route completely mapped out, but I will obviously map it and leave a map for you guys. So it's going to be a bit of a go and see at the moment, but we'll head back to hopefully this area. We'll see how we go. For now we're just heading into Braco. So this road here through Braco is the main A822, you can see it here, so it's quite a busy road. Lots of traffic on it, there you go. This here, I thought I was saying Cromlet's house, 4 miles this way, and that's the road we're going to take up Fedal Road. Church of Scotland, Ardoch Parish Church. So I don't know if you watched Bald and Bankrupt. Every time he went to the former Soviet Union he was always on the search for Soviet mosaics. There's one here, it says Braco 200. It's celebrating the clock tower, which is just up the road here, 1815 to 2015. It's not Soviet obviously, but it is a mosaic. So and just up here is the clock tower that we just saw in the mosaic there. Pretty cool. Is it actually saying the right time? I think it maybe is. So there it says Braco Free Church erected 1844, opened 5th of January 1845, where 2 of 3 are gathered together. Cool. So yeah, pretty cool, and that is the right time as well. Okay, let's leave the clock tower behind and we're just going to actually get started on the walk. Now it goes up this way. This is up the side of the school, which is over there. I think it's this way. Anyway, let's go and have a look. So we've left Braco now, past the last house, and we're heading out into the countryside. Braco's a really lovely little village. Haven't been there before, but yeah, really nice. And I spotted a coffee shop right in the middle of it as well. So I'm going to aim to go to that at the end of the walk. So today I'm walking solo, get some peace and quiet out here in the countryside. Hopefully, I haven't really passed anyone so far. Well, there's a nice bench here. Who's it to? Can't actually read it. Robert Rutherford Livingston Muir. That's quite a name. Well, it's certainly a nice view from this bench. Path going down here, I don't know where that goes, but we're heading along this way. Nether Braco boarding kennels. Well, if you want to put your dog anywhere, I think he would probably enjoy being out here. Some old ruin buildings back there as well. Over in this field here, loads of rabbits, or maybe actually they're hares in amongst the sheep there. Yeah, those are hares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, I just passed 2 people there, which is quite surprising. I don't normally pass people on these walks. We stopped and had a chat there, and They said that the name of the town was called Braco, not Braco as I've been saying. So apologies for earlier on. Let's go with Braco. Sounds much better actually. Braco sounds a bit rough. Anyway, nice to chat to them. They were just heading back off their walk already, but I'm still heading out. Okay, going round to the right here. You can go this way for a longer walk. Down in the middle of the trees there's a waterway called Keir Burn, which you can walk along if you want to, so an alternative route. We're heading this way, which is hopefully towards the castle. So I'm in a bit of a dilemma now because this sign over here says Braco Castle Private. So it kind of gives the impression that maybe we shouldn't be going up this way. But over here it says garden open for Braco Castle 1st of February to 31st of October 10 till 5 for £5 donation. But yeah, I'm not sure. So I think we can go up this way and go round the castle. So I think I'm going to do that actually. I don't want to kind of trespass or anything. I might be missing out on a really nice garden and castle though, but we'll never know. Anyway, we'll head up this way. Just noticed over here all the sheep underneath those trees getting some shade. They're having a bit of a lie-in today, and then one rogue lamb sitting out in the sun. It is quite warm today already, and it's only around about 11 AM. And of course I didn't put any sunblock on, so that's stupid. Oh, look at that sheep, it's got the plastic box stuck on its head. Well, I can't really help it because if I go over there it'll just run away. So it's going to have to wear the box with pride for a while. Okay, I've jumped on forward a little bit here because there was some farms there and some people's buildings. I didn't want to film them, leave them to their privacy, but we're just following this road, well, track up to this gate. On the left here, that's the gardens of Braco Castle. Up and over here. So we're now just passing through Dunn's Wood, which looks like a really beautiful wood. It's got some really nice flowers. Look at these on the right. And then I'll give you a closer look in a minute. Wow, just look at this. Absolutely incredible. Lots of wasps around here as you would expect. Maybe some bees. Actually, maybe there were bees, I don't know. Stingy things anyway, I'm going away. But yeah, lovely forest. Okay, we're coming to the edge of the woods now. It's really a nice woodland area to go through. So here, I think if I go straight on, it just goes straight up the hill. But I did notice on the map that there's like a dam and some water. And then beyond it, it says there's a graveyard out here. So I'm thinking of maybe doing that, just veering off to the left a little bit. Actually, I think it might be in the middle of these trees here on the left. And then the graveyard's around the other side of it, if my map reading skills is to be believed. So yeah, let's get up here, see if there's a path through the woods, and maybe we'll check it out. I can hear a cuckoo in those trees as well. Okay, so there's a pretty new gate here, so it must lead to somewhere, so I'm going to take it, see what's in there. So I guess you could officially call this a side quest. You know, in these videos I love doing little detours just to see what's here, and this is one of them. There's a little path as well, so let's see what we can see. Well, I can see the waterway there, but yeah, it's not that impressive. And it's also very difficult to get to. It's very overgrown here. As you can see, there's a lot of trees down as well. So yeah, I'm going to try and make my way out of here. This part of the side quest isn't that good. Okay, I'm coming to the edge of the woods now. And yeah, really nice woods. Very old, very still in there. Some lovely bird song as well. But, yeah, not sure it was really worth coming in here. Anyway, let's try and get out here. I'm going to have to jump over this barbed wire fence. Well, my sitting mat saves the day again. It's very useful for getting over barbed wire fences. Right, let's see if we can find this graveyard. So I think this mound of heather here is actually it. There's a gate here. And now Now that I'm finding my own way through this bunch of heather, it's a good time to talk about my tick removal tool. Always good to take it with you. And a first aid kit. Oh wow, I can actually see some graves. It's incredible. Let's go round this way, see if we can skirt round the heather and get up to those trees. Wow, check this out. I think this one says 1831, or is it 91? This one says 1948, below 1887. $1945 for that one. 1959. Gosh, 2015 for this one. Ah, what a place. Have you ever seen a graveyard like this? There's another stone over here. James Coupland died at the kennels in 1926 at 48. And James Alexander Coupland, 2007, his family from New Zealand. Wow. What an incredible place. I've never seen a graveyard like this before. There's another stone over here, let's go and have a look. "1967 Maria." Well, I'm really glad I came here. This is an astonishing place. I've never seen anything like it. Wonder if that's another gravestone, but just too far gone. So next from here, I think possibly we need to go across this way. Maybe up there. It's up this way. There's a couple of windmills on the horizon there. That's where we're heading. And it looks like, well, maybe these are just sheep tracks, but we'll follow them up through the heather up that way. Okay, we're back on the main track now, one which would mark the original route. So that brings an end to the side quest, so that's officially side quest over. And it was pretty good. I would say the forest isn't worth it, but that graveyard is amazing. What a place, what a really interesting location and thing to have a look at. Anyway, we get up here to these windmills now. Look at the rust on the bottom of that one. That's not good. At least it's quieter than the first one. So I'm just going to be following this track for a while. This one off to the left here, it kind of skirts around the hill and goes off into the distance. I think that's probably a pretty good track to take if you're on a bike, but I think it's a bit far to walk. Or certainly too far for today. Well, at least mobile phone reception's good up here. I've got to get across this now. Oh, there's some stepping stones, brilliant. So just here past the mobile phone mast is the road. Down that way it kind of skirts around, but we're going to take this one which goes all the way to the top. At least I hope so. Following this path for a while, and yeah, it doesn't seem to have any path up to the summit. The summit seems to be kind of just straight up this way, and I can't find any routes on like any of the apps that I've got, and this path seems to just go to a dead end along this way, and I'm kind of losing ground as well, which I don't want to do. So I'm actually just going to go off-road, find my own path and just head up this way. Made it to the top of Cromlet Hill. It's a bit windy up here, and there's nothing here apart from the trig point and a big bog that I've been walking through. But here you go, trig point. It's got a piece of wood that's stuck down in the middle of it. There's the number, and yeah, there's not much up here, but fantastic panoramic views. Okay, so there's a bit of a faint track heading off this direction. I'm going to take it, it's going to head back to the path that we were on before, and I think I need to go all the way back to the mobile phone mast and then down that way. I didn't see any other paths, so yeah, let's do that. So there is a post here, I think it's actually marking some kind of, I don't know, maybe a trap or something. And then there's two more down here beside the road. Hold on, let me just get to them. Just here at the side of the road there's also a tyre right there, so if you're coming up, this is where you branch off the road to go up to the summit in the most direct route, not go down this way like I did. So there you go, look out for those two posts and then head up that way. But for me, I'm heading back down for a while. I'll catch you again when I get to the mobile phone mast. Okay, I'm back at the mobile phone mast now, and I'm taking this left down this way, almost doubling back on ourselves. So the whole length from the trig point down to this point, there's no paths cutting off this bit. So yeah, had to come all the way back to the mobile phone mast. Anyway, it's all good, it's a lovely day. A lot less windy down here off the summit as well. So that's Cromlet Hill there on the left where we just were. You can see it's quite steep on this side. That's probably why there's no tracks. Strange, this really good track just ends in a field. It's a bit odd, and I think I'm going to have to jump the fence and go over this direction around the back of the farmhouse. Don't want to disturb anybody. See how we get on. But this is really weird, but I thought this would have gone straight to the main road. Okay, back on a decent track again. Just had to go through that field and it was alright. We just went through the gates and went around past a house. And we're heading down here now. Hopefully I'll find the track back to Braco pretty soon. Well, here's the river, but wow, look at this bridge. This is something else. Sketchy. How did we ever get any vehicles across this? Whoa. Mind my feet. Well, there's no path there going down the side of the riverbank, which is a bit annoying because I was hoping there would be. So it may end up that we have to walk along the road for a little while. Anyway, worst things could happen, I suppose. Okay, we're just coming up past the second, I'm not sure it was a farmhouse, but second house anyway. And this is the main road, you can see a car here. So I haven't managed to find a path. I actually think possibly we should have just gone back the route that we took on the way up. So now I'm going to have to go down the side of the road for a bit. So if you're coming this way, obviously be careful. At times like this I feel like hitchhiking sometimes. Park here, I think that's a forest walk, maybe up to another wind farm. It's not one I've done before, but I think I might come back and do it one day. There's a bench there as well if you want to see. It's still on the side of this flipping road. So the entrance to another wind farm, no access unless trained and authorised. Okay. Anyway, it's going the wrong direction. We still want to go across that way. I think that farm over there is maybe where we came through earlier on. But as you can see, I'm still on the side of this road. And it's been over 2 kilometres now. A shame one of the lambs didn't make it there. Sorry sight, looks like one of their siblings. Okay, so that's been about 4 kilometres walking along this flipping road. Not what I had planned, but I have found this route down here. I think this is called the Mill of Ardoch. And hopefully it goes down to a weir or something, not just into a farm. So I'm going to take it anyway and see. Not much left of the old mill. It looks like it's getting demolished as well. So there does seem to be a track along here past this old caravan and some junk, but it's okay to come down here. Just doing it anyway. Well, at least we're now down beside the river at last and off that flipping road. I don't know what this is, maybe it's a sheep pen. I've come up here, but I can see there's a path actually down beside the river. But over here there's a post, like as if it's a walking trail. Doesn't say which walking trail. Oh, there's some sheep having a snooze over there. Well, this is much nicer than going along the side of a road. Quite a nice river. Well, there's a random signpost here and the remains of a mirror for some reason. But you can see it says path to A822 lay-by and then path to mill of Ardoch, 3/4 of a mile. That's the one we've just taken, which we've just come up here. But if I just move around this way, I don't know if you can see that, it says path to Braco quarter. I can't see where that is. I did see a path heading off this way, so I'm just going to backtrack a little bit and then take a left just down here. Could it be this way? Let's give it a try. And that's just said Braco there again when I was told it was Braco. Oh well. And this seems to be the end of the path. We're just joining back onto the road now. Path to mill of Ardoch, 1 mile. Obviously this is the main road, so watch out for cars. Okay, so this is where we started off this morning, back at Ardoch Roman Fort. So, in total that's 1901, so just tripped over 19 kilometres. I did take a few little tiny detours, but I will say it's 19 kilometres because it's probably around about that. And it's taken me a good long time. I think the coffee shop's shut now. Yeah, here's where we're meant to have come back, but we're on the wrong side of the river. Oh well, still good. Well, I just made it in the nick of time. Fantastic. Well, that's the end of the video from Braco city centre. So it's been an interesting walk. I would say if you wanted to do that hill, just go straight up and straight back down. Don't do the road section, I didn't think it was worth it. But the weather's been fantastic and at least I got a good walk. 19 kilometres isn't bad. So don't forget you can download the map from my Patreon. And also thanks very much for liking and subscribing. That'll be fantastic if you can do that. That's it for this one. I'll catch you on my next video somewhere else in the world. See ya!